there's a conspiracy theory view on what happened Monday too, which is the SEC is in a tough spot in that pretty much everyone, and I do mean everyone, now agrees that this thing needs to get approved. But if you can go back to the market manipulation argument, why it hasn't been approved, then you can stall some more. So if the goal, which is the narrative that's trying to be created by saying, oh, see, this proves how manipulated it is. Somebody spread a rumor and the price moved 10%.
Morgan Creek Capital's Mark Yusko gives his latest update and prediction for Bitcoin, crypto, and why massive market manipulation of prices is happening right now. Yusko explains that while speculators initially drive price movements, giants like BlackRock have entered the market and shifted the cycle by pushing prices beyond fair value, resulting in the crashes we've seen. He also points out that historical trends indicate a parabolic increase in market cap in the coming months, as we near the Bitcoin halving in March of 2024. With real money now flowing in, Yusko emphasizes that the crypto market has become more significant than ever, and institutional investors are driving the price of cryptocurrency in such a way that even 1 to 3% of a portfolio will have massive gains in the next 6 months. Let's get right into the latest interview with Mark Yusko, as he gives his prediction for Bitcoin and the crypto market in the last quarter of 2023, and why investors need to rapidly seize this opportunity.
And I've actually said this long before BlackRock even applied. I said there will only be one approval, and it will be BlackRock. And that's the way it is. And sucks, the Winklevoss twins should have got approved the day they applied. They were first, and it should have been approved. And this idea that markets are manipulated. Oh, you mean more than the triple levered, S&P ETFs that have lost 99.9999999% of their value? Mm-hmm. Or gold futures that have been manipulated, and JP Morgan paid $1 billion fine last year for manipulating the price of gold. You mean more manipulated than that? Come along lately, get some, but the first one out gets the mass of the money, the bulk of the money. So I knew that they would deny Kathy, and I knew they'd deny Hunter and the gang and give them extensions. I thought there was a 50-50 chance to get approved. I think now we got another 90 days. That pushes it into the new year, probably more likely. But Monday changed things. Monday was clearly, in my mind, a trial balloon to see kind of how it would fall. There's a conspiracy theory view on what happened Monday too. The SEC is in a tough spot in that pretty much everyone, and I do mean everyone, now agrees that this thing needs to get approved. But if you can go back to the market manipulation argument, why it hasn't been approved, then you can stall some more. So if the goal, which is the narrative that's trying to be created by saying, oh, see, this proves how manipulated it is. Somebody spread a rumor and the price moved 10%. Versus what? You mean when companies announce products that they don't have ahead of time and their stock moves, or people announce, mergers that don't happen? Fake news happens all the time. And but that is one alternative view, that it wasn't, an accident or a trial balloon to see how it would feel, but rather a way to say, see, I told you, total manipulated market, we can't approve this thing. That's possible. The numbers are easy, and this is just supply and demand. So GBTC is the only thing that advisors can use today. So, registered investment advisors, and it's got about $20 billion in it. It's prohibited at a whole bunch of RIAs. Like, I say I have a family harmony account at UBS, meaning my brother-in-law works there, so that's why I have an account. I love my brother-in-law, but I wouldn't have an account there if it weren't for him. And I can't buy GBTC. I can't buy blockchain mining or Bitcoin mining stocks. I can't.
You buy MicroStrategy?
Nope, can't buy it. I mean, they block everything, and they're prerogative, private company, and I could change, but I don't. Long story short, when the BlackRock ETF is approved, all of those firms, Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch, UBS, that have blocked it to this point, will immediately buy it because their clients want it.
The ongoing adoption of Bitcoin by governments, institutions, and media signifies a broader recognition of its value. However, Yusko asserts this journey is just beginning, comparing the initial years to the current widespread interest and investment. With a giant spotlight on Bitcoin ETFs, Yusko highlights this being a significant development in the financial ecosystem. He also suggests that BlackRock, under the guidance of Larry Fink, will lead the charge in obtaining regulatory approval for a Bitcoin ETF. This move, he contends, will underscore Bitcoin's enduring relevance as an asset and its potential as a hedge against currency devaluation.
And Eric Balchunas, I'm not how to pronounce his name, but I love Eric. It's like Yusko. Nobody, I know who knows me when they say Yusko, but although the other half of the clan does say Yusko, the other half. But he says there's $30 trillion. I get my zeros right. $30 trillion of money in these RIAs that don't allow it today. If you get 0.1%, that's 30 billion. 30 billion doesn't sound like a lot on a $500 billion asset, but it's not a $500 billion asset.
Yeah, there's only 2 million something on exchanges, and then 2 million that have been moved within the last 6 months. So it's pretty liquid.
I mean, it's about, let's say it's 100 billion that moves. So 30 billion on 100 billion, that'll move the price. But it's not going to be 0.1%, right? I think it goes to 1%. Now we're talking 300 billion. Now 300 billion on 100 billion, free float. Now you're talking a big move. 20 billion of that come out of GBTC, because there's no reason to own GBTC if you can, 2%, if you can own, BlackRock and pay 50 basis points or whatever they're going to charge. So there'll be a short-term selling, but, offset. So it probably won't go up quite as quickly. But I think inevitably you're going to get a 1% allocation to people's portfolio. And some may be even higher. But supply and demand, fixed supply. We know the growth of the supply. And we also have this challenge that a whole bunch that's lost or stolen. There's a whole bunch that can't move, either because it's multi-sig problem or just hodlers are going to hodl. When that gets approved, it's going to move price. And price movement is a form of validation of the market. I mean, Apple stock was in the toilet for decades until finally people said, I don't like my IBM PC anymore. I want the Apple PC. But your company won't support it. And, so for years they had 8, 9, 10% market share because it was the artists and the graphic designers and people who knew it was a better operating system. Today, it's what I use. And there's still things that it doesn't do exactly well because Microsoft, makes it hard, but it works 95% of the time. If you're not following Bitcoin, if you're not investing in Bitcoin, if you don't have any exposure, that's my hashtag #GetOffZero. We created way back when. 0 is the wrong number. I'm not saying you should have all your money, and I'm not, because at least for now, we still live in a fiat world, but 0 is the wrong number. And every human being, every institution, everybody needs to get off 0. And so the more you learn about it, the more you understand it, the more you get that.
Yusko anticipates that the crypto summer will continue its scorching run until June of the following year. As we stand on the precipice of fall 2023, merely a month away, the crypto market is poised for a meteoric surge in prices. He illustrates Bitcoin's current undervaluation, drawing in investors and enticing speculators eager to ride the waves of September's price fluctuations in pursuit of profits. Yusko's outlook is fueled by the impending wave of mass adoption, which he believes presents an unparalleled opportunity to get in on the action. He sees the race toward a six-figure price target set to unfold in just under a year. What's more, he highlights the intriguing historical pattern of Bitcoin's value surging 10x with each halving event, hinting that 2024 could catapult Bitcoin from $10,000 to an unbelievable $100,000. What do you think about Mark Yusko's prediction for Bitcoin, the crypto market cap, as well as the institutional capital pouring into the space? Comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. We'll see you in the next video.